Parked right here at 666 on your FM radio tuning apparatus. The Bone Metal Zone. Oh, you gonna burn, Squiggy. You gonna burn. Metal Zone.
So do you feel like High End of Low was, in a manner of speaking, like a tattoo? It kind of just reflects a specific period of your life?
I have a couple tattoos for the record. I have a tattoo that says "Wow" on one wrist and "etc." on the other side. But I think that every record that I've made is a notch on the belt or whatever. It's a scar on the whole timeline of your life. But this record, I allowed myself to not overthink things, and I started to be able to get back the attitude that originated all of it, because somewhere along the line, whether you like it or not, you get lost in the chaos of it all, and the confusion and the identity confusion. And for a person who's always said, be who you want to be, it became difficult when I didn't know who I was supposed to be after everyone was attacking me, either, in the press or in my personal life. I got a little lost in the sense that I started to say, when making this record, simply to Twiggy and Chris, it was kind of the three of us making this album, and said, I like this song, it's 9 minutes long, what are they going to do? If they don't like it, they'll listen to it. So it's that basic of the idea of what's the worst that can happen? I'm going to do what I want to do. Do we forget that we used to play 3 songs, set the stage on fire, and walk off? So why are we so concerned about something else? But of course, we've grown as artists and as musicians and all that nonsense, as much as you want to put into that. But I'm now proud of it, that I feel like I'm better at what I used to do, but it's not the time to do what all of my favorite artists, whether it be Madonna or Prince or Bowie, there's always that period where people start to use the word mature, and that's when stuff goes south. I would rather be experienced, like the 12th grade guy that went to Tijuana and got crabs instead of, then like the guy that's grown up and has knowledge of the world. I may have wisdom, I'm not jaded. I have experience. I like to be experienced, not mature.
If you look back over those experiences, can you see a defining kind of "you've come a long way, baby" moment?
Well, I think Mayhem is a good example. When I was in 10th grade, I bought a Slayer record. It was a picture disc. It was Live Undead, and I brought it home, and it not only, it scared me in an exciting way, but my mom disliked it so much that she returned it to the record store in Canton, Ohio, and said that it was scratched because you can't say it's too evil, and they'll give you a refund. And I've told this story to Kerry King, who's friends with me. Mm-hmm. So being able to play with Slayer again and co-headlining to it, it's a little bit, it's one of those things where I have to realize I complain about a lot of things. I can complain about the fact that I don't have, live lobsters jumping up and down and catering. You complain about whatever. I can complain that I don't have a crack cocaine fountain spraying out of the back of the bus, if I were to want that. But
it's early in the tour really yet. I'm sure they can find one. There
was supposed to be a kiddie pool outside the bus filled with Jell-O with girls in it, and I'm disappointed in my crew with that. But I can't complain, because at some point you have to realize that you are living the dream that you wanted to have, and so I feel like that's still happening, and it's happening more than ever. So I'm happy about it.
Is it difficult when you realize you've kind of lived all those dreams? I mean, do you have to wake up and go, now what? I need to want more. Now, how do you want more when you've already gotten, I mean, what feels like virtually everything you've ever wanted?
Well, there's a thing called absent amnesia. So it erases all the things that you've enjoyed. No, I don't know. Somehow I've managed to not be jaded. Yeah, I've had a lot of experiences, but it becomes a point where you realize to not be... it's not one of those stop and smell the flowers moments, but it's a point where you have to realize that you could have more things to complain about. And I think it starts with when you find yourself in a situation where I ended up now in a relationship where I got bored with doing the things I used to do because my attention became focused more on a really amazing girl. And that's a phenomenon. When I say girl, I mean a guy with a wig on. I'm just saying there's like,
or half your band.
There's people that come into your lives that never cease to amaze me, that change it by being really phenomenal and change your life by teaching you new things. I don't think you can ever know everything. And I feel like I'm in a good place where it's a good time, and I'm going to really remind the rest of the bands on Mayhem how rock and roll is properly done.
The Bone Metal Zone.